outside is loud, is it not? It demands your attention. It pulls at your sleeve, begging to be seen, begging to be heard. But here, inside the sanctuary, there is only the silence. Tonight, we are not looking up at the stars. We are not looking out at the horizon. We are looking inward, into the quiet rooms of your own mind. We are going to explore the strength found in being alone. We will walk through the philosophy of the self and the dark, comforting embrace of solitude. Close your eyes. Imagine you are stepping into a heavy, velvet coat. The cold of the world cannot touch you here. Imagine, for a moment, that it is the dead of winter. The air is sharp and biting. The ground is frozen hard as iron. You are standing on a vast, snowy plain where the wind howls like a lost ghost. In this freezing darkness, visualize a company of porcupines. They are cold, desperately cold. Their breath mists in the air, vanishing instantly. Instinct tells them they must survive. And to survive, they must find warmth. So they begin to move. Slowly, clumsily, they shuffle toward one another. They seek the heat of their neighbor's body. They press close, a huddle of life against the encroaching void. But wait, do you feel it? As they press together, something happens. The closer they get, the more they feel the sharp, needle-like quills of their companions. The warmth is there, yes, but so is the pain. To be close is to be stabbed. To be intimate is to bleed. And so, driven by pain, they drift apart again. They scatter back into the snow, choosing the cold over the sting of the quill. But soon, the frost bites at their skin once more. The shivering returns. The need for warmth overpowers the memory of the pain. They return. They crowd together. They prick one another. They retreat. This is the dance of your life. The philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer watched this dance from the window of his own solitude. He saw that we, like the porcupines, are driven by two opposing forces. The emptiness of solitude drives us toward society, toward friends, toward lovers. We crave the warmth. But humans are full of quills. Our unpleasant traits, our jagged moods, our intolerable errors. When we get too close, we hurt one another. And so, Schopenhauer suggests a solution. It is not to freeze in total isolation, nor to bleed in the crushing crowd. It is to find a polite distance. Imagine yourself finding that perfect space. You are close enough to feel the presence of others, to see their fire, but far enough that their quills cannot reach you. You build a fire within yourself. The person who has enough inner warmth does not need to crowd into society. They do not need to tolerate the pricks and stabs of the world. You are safe here. You are warm by your own heat. Now, I want you to construct a building in your mind. Do not imagine a house of wood, which can rot. Do not imagine a tent of cloth, which tears in the wind. Imagine a citadel. Picture its walls. They are made of black granite, thick and cool to the touch. They rise high above the ground, smooth and seamless. There are no doors that can be forced open from the outside. There is only a gate that opens from within. You are standing in the very center of this fortress. It is a circular room, dimly lit by a soft, amber light. It is quiet here. The air is still. Outside these walls, there is a storm raging. Can you hear it? The wind is screaming. The rain is lashing against the stone. That storm is the world. The storm is the opinion of your boss. It is the insult from a stranger. It is the traffic, the noise, the endless demands of time. They hurl themselves against your fortress. They pound on the granite. But you are inside. And inside, the candle on your table does not even flicker. This was the secret of Marcus Aurelius. He was the emperor of Rome, the most powerful man on earth. Wars were fought in his name. Plagues ravaged his cities. People plotted to kill him. Yet, every night, he retreated into this room. He called it the hegemonikon, the ruling center of the mind. He realized a profound truth. Things cannot touch the soul. An event happens outside the wall. You are inside the wall. The event has no power to enter unless you open the gate and drag it in. If someone speaks ill of you, the sound hits the wall and falls silent. It is only your judgment that opens the door and says, "I have been hurt." But tonight, the gate is locked. Feel the weight of the stone around you. You are untouchable. You are the watcher in the tower. Let the storm rage. Let the waves crash. You are safe in the citadel of your own silence. You have secured your fortress. The gates are locked against the storm. Now that you are safe, you have the strength to do something difficult. Walk to the edge of your citadel. Walk to the high rampart where the stone wall ends and the universe begins. We are going to look down. We move to segment 3, the confrontation with the void. You are standing on the balcony of your mind. You lean against the cold stone railing and look out. Below you, there is no ground. There is no bottom. There is only the abyss. It is a perfect, silent blackness. It is the sum of everything you do not know and everything that will never be known. It is the space before you were born and the space after you are gone. It is terrifyingly vast. Your instinct is to pull back, to retreat into the warm light of the citadel, to distract yourself with noise and bright things. That is what most people do. They pretend the edge is not there. But tonight, in the sanctuary of solitude, you do not turn away. You grip the railing. You plant your feet, and you stare directly into the dark. The philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche stood at this same edge. He warned us what would happen if we dared to look. He whispered, "When you gaze long into an abyss, the abyss also gazes into you." Feel that now. As you cast your eyes into the nothingness, feel the nothingness looking back. It is a strange sensation. It is not a threat. It is a recognition. The void outside sees the void inside you. It sees the quiet, empty spaces in your own soul that you usually try to fill. This moment is not about fear. It is about power. To stand before the abyss and not tremble is the ultimate act of strength. You realize that the darkness cannot consume you because you are already part of it. You are vast enough to contain the emptiness. You do not need comforting lies here. You do not need false light. You hold the gaze of eternity, and you do not blink. Look at it. Let it look at you, and feel the cold iron peace of knowing the truth. The abyss has gazed into you, and you have survived it. You are heavier now, anchored by the gravity of the deep. But to truly find peace, we must balance the heavy with the weightless. Take a deep breath. Hold it for a moment. Now, as you exhale, imagine your spirit detaching from your body. You are weightless. You float upward, passing through the stone roof of your citadel, rising into the cold night air. You keep rising. Higher. The fortress becomes a small black square below you. Higher still. The clouds brush against your face like wet silk, and then you break through them. Now, pause and look down. This is the Stoic exercise known as the view from above. From this height, look at the world you left behind. See the cities. They are nothing but smoldering patches of ash. See the borders of empires. They are invisible lines that no one can see from here. See the people. See the armies, the politicians, the lovers, the enemies. From here, they are smaller than ants. They are dust motes dancing in a beam of light. Think of the thing that worried you today. The email you sent. The awkward conversation. The deadline. Look for it down there. Can you see it? No. It has vanished. It is too small to exist in the presence of the stars. In this silence, the noise of human life is swallowed up. The shouting of the world cannot reach this high. Here, there is no urgency. The earth spins slowly, indifferent to your anxieties. It is not sad to be this small. It is a relief. If you are small, your mistakes are small. Your sadness is small. Your fear is small. You are just a temporary visitor, floating in the great, dark cathedral of the cosmos. Drift here for a moment. Let the vastness wash the worry from your skin. The stars are wheeling overhead. The earth is turning beneath you. But we cannot stay in the sky forever. We must descend. We must return to the one thing we truly possess, the present moment. We move now to the final chapter, the closing of the book. You gently float down from the stars. You pass through the clouds. You descend through the roof of your citadel. You are back in the warm, quiet room of your mind. Look at the candle on the table. It is burned down. The wax is pooling. The time we have spent together has gone. The Roman philosopher Seneca noticed something tragic about the human heart. We are terrified of dying, yet we live as if we are immortal. We say, I will live when I retire. I will find peace when I finish this project. I will be happy when the weekend comes. We throw our time away as if we have an infinite supply. But time is not money. You cannot save it. You cannot earn more of it. It is a river that flows only one way. Seneca whispered to us across the centuries. It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. We spend our days preparing for life instead of living it. And then, suddenly, the sand runs out. But this is not meant to frighten you. It is meant to wake you. Or rather, to let you rest with purpose. You do not need to worry about the future. It does not exist yet. You do not need to regret the past. It is already dead. All you have is this breath. Right now. The feeling of the bed beneath you, the weight of your eyelids, the slow rhythm of your chest. This moment is long enough. If you are truly here, in the dark, with yourself, it is an eternity. You have done enough today. You have seen enough. You have been enough. Let the river flow. You do not need to swim against it tonight. Just float. The book is closed. The citadel is secure. The porcupines are sleeping in the snow. The stars are watching from above. There is nothing left to solve. There is nothing left to think. Return to the silence. Sleep well, traveler. Sleep. Welcome. Step carefully. The floor here is covered in the dust of centuries. You have entered the Museum of Forgotten Things. Usually, museums are built to remember. They are built to preserve the past, to keep things safe from time. But this place is different. This is a monument to everything that has been lost. Here lie the names of kings that no one speaks anymore. Here lie the songs that have not been sung in 1,000 years. Here lie the empires that thought they would last forever. It feels sad at first, doesn't it? But look closer. There is a quiet beauty in the decay. There is a relief in the fading. Tonight, we will walk among these ruins to learn a difficult lesson. The lesson of impermanence. We will learn that holding on is pain, and letting go is peace. Leave your worries at the door. They will be forgotten in time, just like everything else here. Let us walk. Come with me now to the desert. Imagine the heat rising from the sand. The air is dry and still. In every direction, there is nothing but the flat, level sands stretching out to the horizon. No cities, no trees, no water, just the silence of the sun. But there, in the middle of this emptiness, stands a ruin. It was once a colossal statue, tall enough to block out the sun. But now it is broken. Two vast and trunkless legs of stone stand upright, supporting nothing. Near them, half buried in the sand, lies a shattered face. Walk up to it. Look closely at the stone face. Even though it is cracked and worn by centuries of wind, you can still see the expression. A wrinkled lip, a sneer of cold command. This was a man who believed he owned the world. He was a king of kings. He looked out over his empire, his armies, his gold, his monuments, and he felt powerful. He felt eternal. On the pedestal of the statue, there are words carved into the rock. Listen to his boast. My name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look on my works, ye mighty, and despair. He wanted the future to tremble at his greatness. He wanted you to look at his works and feel small. But look around you. Where are his works? Where are the walls? Where are the temples? Where are the armies? Nothing remains. Round the decay of that colossal wreck, boundless and bare, the lone and level sands stretch far away. This is the promise of time. It is the great eraser. The poet Shelley told us this story not to mock the king, but to comfort us. We spend so much of our lives trying to build things that will last. We worry about our reputation. We worry about our legacy. We want to be remembered. But if even Ozymandias, the king of kings, is nothing but dust, then why do you carry the weight of the world on your shoulders? Your mistakes will be forgotten. Your embarrassments will be forgotten. Even your greatest failures will one day be buried in the sand. You do not need to be a monument. You do not need to stand against the wind. It is okay to crumble. It is okay to be small. We leave the harsh, unforgiving sun of the desert behind. Let us travel to a softer place, a place of mist and moss. Breathe in slowly. Imagine the scent of damp earth and sweet rain. You are standing in an ancient garden in Kyoto. It is springtime. The air is cool and wet against your skin. A soft mist hangs low between the trees. Before you stands a massive cherry tree. It is old, its bark dark and twisted, but its branches are heavy, with thousands of delicate pink blossoms. It looks like a cloud tethered to the earth. A gentle breeze whispers through the garden. Look closely. Watch a single blossom. It detaches from the branch. It hangs in the air for a moment, weightless, caught in the breeze. Then, it begins its slow, turning descent. It lands softly on the dark water of a pond and floats away. How does that make you feel? There is a specific word for this feeling in Japanese, mono no aware. It translates roughly to the pathos of things, or the gentle sadness of watching the world change. It is that tiny ache in your chest when you see something beautiful, and you know, in that very same instant, that it cannot last. It hurts a little to watch the blossom fall. It was perfect on the branch. Now it is gone. But here is the secret the garden whispers to you. The blossom is only beautiful because it falls. If that flower hung on the tree forever, unchanging, never fading, never dying, it would not be precious. It would be plastic. Plastic flowers last for eternity, but they never truly live. The cherry blossom is alive because it is fragile. Its beauty is tied to its mortality. You cannot have one without the other. This is true for the garden, and it is true for you. The moments of your life that matter most, the burst of laughter, the touch of a hand, the quiet peace of this very second, they are beautiful because they are fleeting. Do not try to catch the falling blossom. Do not try to freeze time. Let it fall. Appreciate the descent. There is peace in letting things end when their time has come. Close your eyes. Can you smell it? The scent of old, dry paper. The scent of cedarwood shelves. And underneath it all, the faint, acrid smell of smoke. You are standing in the great Library of Alexandria. For centuries, this was the brain of the world. Every story ever told, every star map ever drawn, every medical cure, every play, every poem, it was all here. Scholars believed that if you gathered enough books, you could defeat time. You could keep wisdom safe forever. But then, the fire came. Whether it was an accident of war or the torch of a zealot, it does not matter now. The fire does not care about wisdom. It only cares about fuel. Imagine watching the flames lick up the walls. Imagine the heat turning thousands of years of human thought into gray ash. Plays by Sophocles that we will never read. Histories of empires we will never know existed. The true shape of the ancient world. Gone. Up in smoke. It is a nightmare for those who want to control the world. We want to save everything. We screenshot our messages. We back up our photos. We write diaries. We are terrified of being forgotten. But stand here, in the ashes of Alexandria, and feel the truth. We are meant to forget. The universe is not a hard drive. It is not a database. It is a living, breathing thing that sheds its skin. If we remembered every single day, every single conversation, every single meal, our minds would be so full we could not move. We would be paralyzed by the weight of the past. The burning of the library is a tragedy, yes, but it is also a liberation. It teaches us that we do not need to carry it all. You do not need to remember every mistake you made 10 years ago. You do not need to replay every conversation. Let the smoke take it. Let the ash settle. What is important will remain. What is truly essential cannot be burned. Everything else? Let it drift away into the night sky. Tilt your head back. Look up at the night sky. It is beautiful, isn't it? A canopy of diamonds. But if you listen, truly listen, there is something strange about it. It is quiet. The universe is billions of years old. There are trillions of stars out there, many with planets just like ours. By all the laws of probability, the sky should be buzzing with life. It should be full of signals, messages, the noise of 1,000 civilizations shouting hello across the void is less than Haishon. 5 hash is greater than, but there is nothing. Just the static hiss of radiation. Just the deep, velvet silence. This is the Fermi paradox. Where is everyone? There is a dark theory called the Great Filter. It suggests that there is a wall, a hurdle, a trap that life inevitably falls into. Perhaps civilizations are like candles. They flicker into existence. They burn bright for a few moments, and then they burn out. Or they blow themselves out. Maybe the ruins we saw in the desert are not just here on Earth. Maybe the whole galaxy is a museum of forgotten things. A cosmic graveyard of worlds that went quiet. This thought terrifies some, but tonight, let it comfort you. It means that noise is the exception. Silence is the rule. We spend our lives trying to be loud, trying to prove we exist, trying to leave a mark. But the stars, they do not try. They just burn, and then they fade. You do not need to shout into the void. The void does not mind if you are quiet. In fact, the universe prefers the quiet. Feel the weight of that silence pressing down on you. It is a heavy blanket. It muffles the noise of your day. It swallows your worries. You are just one small spark in the dark. And it is safe to flicker. It is safe to dim your light. Rest now in the great ancient silence. You step away from the telescope is less than hay shown. Zero hash is greater than you walk out of the museum, past the statues, past the ruins. You come to the banks of a river. It is dark, deep, and moving fast. You can hear the low hum of the current. The Greek philosopher Heraclitus stood by a river just like this, thousands of years ago. He looked at the water and said, "No man ever steps in the same river twice." Why? Because the river is not a solid thing. It is a process. The water that rushed past your ankles a moment ago is already gone. It is miles downstream. The water touching you now is new water. But there is a second part to the riddle. Heraclitus said, "For it is not the same river, and he is not the same man." We make a mistake when we try to sleep. We try to hold on to ourselves. We replay who we were today. We worry about who we have to be tomorrow. We think we are statues, solid, unchanging, permanent. But you are not a statue. You are a river. The cells in your body are dying and being reborn. Your thoughts are flowing and changing. The you that woke up this morning is gone. The you that is stressed about work is already drifting downstream. This is a terrifying thought for the ego, but it is a comforting thought for the soul. If you are a river, you do not need to carry the debris of the past. Did you say the wrong thing today? Let it flow. That water has passed. Did you fail at something? Is less than #0. 5 hash is greater than let it flow. You are not that person anymore. You are new in every moment. Right now, as you lie here, you are fresh water. You are clean. You are moving. Do not try to freeze the river. Do not try to hold the water in your hands. Just lie back. Let the current take you. Drift. The river flows on into the dark. The library is quiet. The blossom has fallen. The statue has crumbled. Everything that needed to be thought has been thought. Everything that needed to be felt has been felt. Now, there is only the rest. Let go of the day. Let go of yourself. Be forgotten. Be peaceful. Sleep.